copyrighted program created by the Rio Grande Oil Company.
Described as an American, 5 feet 11 inches, 190 pounds. This man is wanted for questioning in connection with a murder.
That's all. Everywhere have started a war on reckless driving, as relentless as their war on crime. Yet police use the fastest gasoline obtainable in their own emergency cars, Rio Grande cracked gasoline. The fastest, most powerful gasoline they can buy. And contradictory as it may sound, we urge you to use cracked gasoline too, because it helps prevent accidents. Sometimes when your car gets into danger, when you see a crash impending, you instinctively stamp on the throttle. If your car has cracked gasoline, the kind police and emergency cars use, it responds to this desperate demand and races forward out of danger. But if you use sluggish, uncracked gasoline, you are more likely to stall your engine with a surge of slow-burning fuel. Police traffic experts warn that you need a fine gasoline to keep your car responsive, under control, and to snap you out of dangerous emergencies. You can have better gasoline if you use the same brand police use, Rio Grande cracked gasoline. And now it is our pleasure to introduce Chief James E. Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department. Chief Davis.
Good evening, friends. Murders will happen. Although your law enforcement agencies and the Police Department of Los Angeles are continually striving by their alertness in apprehending murderers, by persistently proving that homicide does not pay, and in the Los Angeles Police Department in particular, making those who might conceive and commit murders conscious of the fact that in back of every police 38 stands a man in uniform whose deadly aim and accuracy is a dangerous thing for a murder to come up against. Nevertheless, we continue to have an occasional outburst of murder. I am proud to report to the citizens of the Southwest that during the past 2.5 years, our murder rate in Los Angeles has been considerably reduced. More than that, but few crimes of this nature have remained unsolved. None of them is a closed book. Every police officer is on 24-hour duty, tracing and checking, in an attempt to solve those few homicides which are still on the police blotter as unsolved. Tonight's story is one of passion. It is a story of a murder that no one person and no army of persons could have stopped or made impossible. It is the type of homicide that is easiest to solve, yet the kind of human tragedy which strikes as suddenly as lightning. Tonight's story has to do with human conduct. It preaches a sermon manifesting the necessity of all citizens to live the clean and good life and not to get mixed up with those who may, through their insane jealousy and passion, lead them into tragedy.
Time in the career of Bull Kelly, boxer. The Bull, although never champ, had enjoyed an enviable reputation as a fast and smart fighter. But as he grew older, he left his career in the squared ring for a career of round ring, wedding ring. 4 times he had been in and out of matrimony. And so it is not surprising that about 10 years ago, being once more a free man, he becomes interested in, and in turn interests, one Mrs. Roberta Thompson, wife of a wealthy Los Angeles restaurateur. Mrs. Thompson, infatuated, swept off her feet, sues her husband for divorce. As the day approaches for her final decree, Bull Kelly takes an apartment for her on a quiet side street under the name of Mrs. Stephen Howard. He is showing it to her for the first time.
Well, kitten, here you are, your little love nest. How do you like it?
Oh, Bill, it's darling.
Is you okay, Mrs. Kelly?
That's the part I don't like. Hiding from people about it. Using a false name.
Well, pretty soon it'll be Mrs. Dan Kelly. Or would you rather be known as Mrs. Bull Kelly?
I don't care so long as everybody knows that I belong to you.
That's the way I like to hear you talk, kitten.
Oh, what a swell picture of you.
Yeah, I put that there for you. See, I wrote on it.
To my fuzzy little kitten, with all my love. Bull. Oh, it's darling, Bull. You look fierce crouching like that with those wicked gloves on.
I had more hair then.
I like your hair better now. Where it's trim in the front there gives you a distinguished look.
Well, no use crying for the past. Nothing will bring that back.
I don't want anything to bring back the past. And all those women you loved once.
Oh, I never loved anyone like I love you.
If I could only be sure.
On my honor.
You told the others the same thing.
I had never known you then.
Oh, Bull, please. Please never love anyone else.
I won't. You're the medicine I need for what ails me. You won't fall for anyone, will you?
How could I? Not when I have you. You with your strong, straight body. I'll never take my eyes off this picture when you're away from me. I'll just sit and look at it and think about you and your muscles of steel. Oh, my darling. Oh, darling.
How about that husband of yours? Sure you won't change your mind and go back to him?
Of course not.
Yeah. He's got dough, and I haven't a thing.
I don't care. I want you. I never wanted him. Oh, I've told you so many times. I married him because I felt sorry for him. I was his stenographer, and he seemed so helpless. As though he needed someone. And he leaned on me so. But it just couldn't work. May and December never do. And then you came along, and that was the biggest day of my life. You did things to me, Bull. The first time I set my eyes on you, I went all weak inside, and I've been that way ever since. I love you, Bull. And I love you, Bull.
And I love you, kitten. And I love you, kitten.
Sure she was doing the right thing and not so sure she was doing the right thing in falling in love with Kelly. Mrs. Anna Benson, her closest friend, who had come to California to be near her and who ran a dress shop 2 doors from Mrs. Thompson's restaurant on 2nd Street, was quite outspoken in her attitude.
Now, look here, Roberta. We've known each other for a long time, haven't we?
Yes.
And I've always been a friend, haven't I? Maybe even your best friend. Maybe even your best friend.
Oh, you know you're my best friend, Anna.
All right. And that's the reason I hate to see you making a fool of yourself.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Bull Kelly.
I don't see how he concerns you.
He doesn't, excepting as how he may harm you.
Harm me?
Yes, drag you down, cheapen you, make you something low.
Stop. I won't stand you talking about him like that. I've heard enough.
Very well.
Anna, you are my friend, and I love you dearly. I don't want to fight with you, but I will if you say another word about him. He's my man, and I love him more than anything in the world.
All right, Roberta, if you can't stop my opinions, and I think you're being a plain, ungarnished fool.
Anna, wait! Oh.
Hiding way off in this dark corner. Here, what's this?
Oh, nothing.
What's the matter, kitten? That husband of yours been acting up again? He has,
Oh, no, it isn't that. He hasn't been here all day.
Well, then what's the matter?
Oh, it's Anna. She was just here.
What?
No, She was just here.
Well, what of it? What did she do to upset you like this?
She was trying to talk about you.
Oh, she was she?
Yes. She was trying to dissuade me.
Why doesn't she mind her own business?
That's what I told her. I wouldn't listen to the things she was trying to say.
Well, I'll tell her, and she'll stay told. I'll tie that long tongue of hers into knots. I'll show her a thing or two.
No, please. Don't do anything about it. Just forget it. There's trouble enough already.
But Bull doesn't forget it. That evening, he is ticketing the entrance of Anna Benson's house when she comes home from work. Just a minute, Mrs. Benson.
Yes?
Do you know me?
Why, it's so dark here, I can't... Why, yes, you're Bull Kelly, aren't you?
Right. How well do you know me?
Well, we've met, that's about all.
Right. You don't know me at all, then, really, do you?
Why, no. No, I guess I don't.
All right, then. Why don't you keep that big mouth of yours closed and that big nose of yours out of other people's business?
Why, I don't...
You heard me. I don't want you shooting off your face to Roberta anymore and upsetting her. You might as well get this straight. Roberta and I are getting married just as soon as her divorce is final. And nothing you or old man Thompson or your husband or anybody else can do about it can stop us. And if you try, it's just going to be too bad for you and everybody else concerned. Good night, Mrs. Benson. But Mrs. Benson does not give up hope of dissuading Roberta Thompson. A few days after the Thompsons are divorced, Mr. and Mrs. Benson are with them in the restaurant.
I still think you're being a fool, Roberta.
Please, let's change the subject. We've talked about nothing else for an hour.
Don't you think she's being foolish, Tom?
Well, frankly, yes. Look here, Roberta. What you do with your life now is your own business. I think I've made a liberal settlement.
Of course you have, Thomas. I shall always regard you as a friend. You know that.
Yes, of course. Well, as I said before, I hate to see you throw away your money on a good-for-nothing like this Kelly fellow.
But he isn't a good-for-nothing. I'm not going to throw my money away on him. We have plans, all sorts of plans.
Look here, Roberta. Do you know the reputation of this man?
Well, yes, of course I do, Mr. Benson.
4 wives already. Heaven knows
How do you know, after he's run through your money, that you won't go the way of the other 4?
But
I tell you, Roberta, you're playing with dynamite. I've been around, and I know.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Be smart. Tell him it's all off. Tell him you're sorry, but you've made a big mistake.
But do you really think that's the wise thing to do?
Of course I do.
Certainly it is. Roberta, I no longer have any interest in you, save as a friend. I'm advising you as a friend. We're all advising you as friends.
Well, if you think that's the best thing to do, I'll tell him. I'll tell him tonight.
And so that night, Roberta Thompson awaits Bull Kelly in her apartment. Evening comes and goes, and midnight approaches. Still, he has not arrived. Finally, a few minutes after 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Oh, been waiting long, but
A little while.
you got a kiss for it?
Oh, you've been drinking, Bull.
Yeah, I had a few. Brought a pint home. Here, you want a swig?
No thanks.
Okay. Say, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Sure there is. Sure there is. You're like an iceberg. Come on, thaw out. Daddy's home.
Sit down, Bull. I've got to talk to you.
Yeah? What's up?
Well, it
Say, what is this?
You and I are through, Bull. That's all.
What? What did you say?
We're through. It's all over.
Oh, but Kitten, darling, you can't do this. You can't walk out on me like this. You can't. I'll let you.
Don't think it's been easy for me to say, Bull. It isn't. But I thought it all over, back and forth and up and down. And that's the only answer I can get.
Yeah, but why? What's the matter? What have I done?
Nothing. Oh, there's no use talking about it anymore. I'm afraid to go on.
What's the matter? Don't you love me anymore?
Yes, that's it. I don't love you anymore. I don't love you as much as I thought I did.
Oh, but Kitten, you don't mean that. You can't.
Yes, there it is. And now that you've heard it, I might as well go. I waited all evening to tell you, and I've said it, so I'll go now.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
That's your husband. Why didn't I think about that? You've been talking to him and that Benson couple. Yeah, they've been putting ideas into your head, ain't they?
No, Bill, I swear it.
You're lying.
I figured this out for myself.
You're lying in your teeth, and you know it.
No, I'm not, Bill. On the level, I'm not. I'm going now.
Oh, no, you're not. You're staying right here.
Let me out, Bill. There's no use talking anymore. We're through, and I want to go now.
There's no sense in being in a hurry, Kitten.
What are you going to do with that gun?
Well, I don't know yet.
Put it away, Bill. Put it down. It makes me nervous.
Why? If your conscience was clear, a little toy like this wouldn't bother you.
Stop. Stop, Bill. Don't wave it at me like that.
All right, come clean. Those pals and that ex-husband of yours put you up to this, didn't they?
No, I swear it. No.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth.
They put you up to this, and you know it. Now, are you going through with it, or are you going to stick with me and marry me like we planned?
I wouldn't marry you now for anything. You can't frighten me. You can't scare me. I hate you now.
Oh, you're walking out. Is that the straight of it?
Yes. Bull. Don't. Don't! Oh!
Captain. Their fault. You're hurting. You're destined. Working up our lives. Driving me crazy. It'll be all right, Kitten. I'll make them pay for all of this. They'll pay. Kitten, here's something for you. Hold my arm, Kitten. Oh, Marco, you know what you said. My fuzzy little kitten with all my love.
Early next morning, Kelly is waiting in front of Thompson's restaurant when Miss Barron, the cashier, arrives to open it up for the day.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Kelly. What are you doing around so early?
I'll wait for Thompson.
Well, won't you come inside and wait?
Yeah, guess I will. Shut that door.
Why? It's so stuffy in here, I always leave it open.
Shut that door.
Oh, very well, Mr. Kelly.
Got a match?
Why, yes, I think so. Yes, here you are.
Thanks.
Why, Mr. Kelly, what's the matter? Are you ill?
Huh?
Your hand is shaking so.
No, I'm okay. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Mr. Spaulding.
Mrs. Thompson down yet?
Why, no.
She won't be down today.
Well, that's strange. I had an engagement with her.
You heard me. She won't be down.
Well, in that case, I'll be on my way.
Oh, no, you won't. Go over and sit down on that stool.
Well, look here, I said...
Move over there.
Oh, look out, he's got a gun.
Yes, and I'll use it if you pull any funny business. On the stool, mister, and take off your shoes and trousers. I'm taking no chances on you walking out. Now, Miss Barron, phone Thompson and tell him to get down here right away. Use some excuse, any excuse. But don't tell him I'm here.
But, Mr. Kelly...
Get going.
Meanwhile, at the apartment house, the Negro porter, cleaning up the room, makes a discovery.
And after you get finished in Mrs. Howard's apartment, David, you can bring that rubbish in the back.
Yes, I sure will. Yes. Mrs. Howard, ma'am, is you there? Yes, I guess she ain't. Oh, see. Mrs. Howard. Mrs. Howard. Oh, Lordy. She's dead. Oh, Miss Joe. Miss Joe, call the police. Quick, call. Where's your detective? Stowe speaking. Yes? Yes, 7th and Hoover. Yes, ma'am, we'll be right out. Hey, Bain. Yeah? Dead body over at 7th and Hoover. Yeah, we better go over and see what it's all about. You the caller?
Yes.
You found the body?
No, I didn't. David the porter found her. It's just the second apartment down the hall here.
Is that David standing over there?
Yes, that's him.
Come here, David. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You found the body? Yes, sir. I sure did. I went in there, and there she was, lying on the floor. I see. You didn't touch the body or move anything in there, did you? No, not me. I screamed out of there just as fast as I could.
Here's the apartment, officer. And there she is.
Shot through the neck. Apparently bled to death. Nice sight. Yeah. Hey, you better call headquarters. Bain, have them send the fingerprint man over and the photographer, too. Say, hey, wait a minute. What? Look here on her body, a picture. Some pug says here to my fuzzy little kitten with all my love, Bull.
Why, that's Bull Kelly. Used to be a boxer. You remember him?
Bull Kelly. Oh, sure I do. And what was it I heard the other day about him going for some dame? Some dame that just divorced her husband? Oh, yeah. The wife of that guy Thompson who has a restaurant over in 2nd Street. Who is this woman, man?
Why, she's registered as Mrs. Howard.
Mrs. Howard, huh? I'll bet a dime she's Mrs. Thompson. Say,
Yeah?
when you call headquarters, tell them to put out a call to all cars to look for Bull Kelly. I think he'll be able to help us quite a lot on this case.
Meanwhile, as he awaits the arrival of Mr. Thompson at the restaurant, Kelly has held up everyone who comes in and forced the men to take off their pants and shoes.
Now, look here. You'll get my money, but I won't. Take off those trousers.
I won't. Oh, Mr. Kelly, that vase was worth $5.
Well, the next time I won't throw vases, it'll be a bullet. Now take off them pants.
$5 vases, he told.
Miss Berwin, phone up Benson and his wife and tell them to come up here. Tell them Thompson wants to see him. I might as well get all the victims together.
But Mr.
Here's your
Kelly...
toes.
Look here, can't you let my wife and me out of here? I don't know what this is all about. We just dropped in for a bite to eat. We don't want any bad publicity.
You don't look like a bad guy to me. Decent. Not like most of the people around here. I can't let you out until I finish up, but I tell you what I will let you do. You move over on the other side of the room beside your wife. It'll be safer. I may start shooting over here any minute.
Yes, Mr. Thompson would like to see you. Why, no, he can't come to the phone right now. He's busy. Yes, he's busy with a customer. Thank you.
They're coming?
Yes, they said they'd be here right away.
Good. Ah, another customer. You got a gun, mister?
Hey, what is this?
Call it what you like. You got a gun?
Why, no.
Got any money?
Why, yes, little.
Give it here.
I will not. Look here, what's the big idea?
Well, that's just a sample. Now, give me your money and take off your trousers.
Well, now, look here, man.
Want some more? Take them off. Let's have the dough. There. That's more like it. Let's see. Not bad. More than $120 and a nice diamond. Say, buddy, was it you said you didn't have any dough?
Yeah.
Well, here's a buck for you.
Hey.
Ah, here they come, my friends the Bensons. What's the matter with them? They looked in and they turned around and beat it.
Yeah, I'd be the fool if I'd have seen that cannon in your hand.
Oh, well, I'll tend to them after I fix Thompson.
Look here, can't I put my trousers on my lap?
No.
But there's a lady over there.
Can't help it. You birds are going to stay right here. How soon will Thompson be here, Miss Berman?
Why, he ought to be here any minute.
Good.
I'm going to make a break for it. Oh, don't you massacre all of them.
I think I can beat a bullet to that door. Oh, no, you don't. Well, I'll go out and get the other two anyway. Your name, Benson?
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
Where's Mrs. Benson? Oh, there you are. Well, this is for trying to interfere in my private affairs.
Officer, a man just shot 3 people down the street.
Where?
There he goes now, running up Alvarado. Hey, you in the car. Follow that guy up Alvarado. Right. Hop on. I got him. Pull up here. Drop that gun, you, or I'll drill you.
Okay. I get you. You got me.
Kelly claimed that Mrs. Thompson killed herself, but police investigators proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Kelly killed her. Fortunately, the person struck down by Kelly's bullets were not seriously wounded. He was sent to San Quentin for a maximum sentence of 20 years on charges of manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon.
Thank you, Chief Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you hear the scream of a siren, whenever you see a police car, fire engine, or motorcycle roar by, let it remind you that Rio Grande cracked gasoline powers more of these emergency cars than does any other brand. Keen buyers for city and other governmental units carefully analyzed and tested all gasolines on the market. And during the year 1935, they purchased 4,500,000 gallons of Rio Grande cracked gasoline, because in their expert opinion, it gave greater speed, power, and more economical performance. You can have the same performance in your own car at no extra cost if you will drive into the independent Rio Grande service station near you and treat your car to Rio Grande cracked gasoline. Also, ask for a free copy of the Calling All Cars News and read how you may get a complete junior detective outfit free of charge for the boys and girls in your family.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars, attention all cars. A cancellation, broadcast 114. Bo Kelly is now in custody. That's all. Rosenquist.
to see the radio cast of Calling All Cars at your local theater in person? Star players on this broadcast are now touring the theaters, dramatizing the most thrilling show ever broadcast, The Human Bomb. Ask your local theater manager when the cast of Calling All Cars will make a personal appearance on his stage. Frederick Lindsley,